Hey y'all, it's time for another episode of Garrett's Food. Today I'm going to be making my recipe for delicious, scrumptious, meaty meatloaf. So come on, let's get cooking. Meatloaf is a great beginner dish because it's basically just dumping everything and forming it and putting in the oven. Here in my bowl I've got the ground beef and the Italian sausage. Now to the meat we're going to add our onions, the bell pepper, grating garlic, the Worcestershire sauce, the soy sauce, the hot sauce, the spicy brown mustard, Parmesan cheese, 2 chicken eggs, and a half tablespoon of pepper. You know, meatloaf dates back to the 5th century AD, all the way back to the Romans. They used to take wine-soaked bread, pine nuts, and ground meat, form it into a log, and then grill it. Did someone say wine-soaked? You know, I'm wearing this special shirt today for a reason. It features the lovely Joan Crawford. She was known around Hollywood for her meatloaf recipes. Do you know that her meatloaf recipe included 2 bottles of A1 steak sauce and was layered inside with boiled eggs? Do you also know that she would beat the meatloaf with wire hangers before she baked it? Sounds tasty. Now this is the fun part where you get to use your hands and go back to the days of making mud pies and getting all messy. I think we miss those things as adults, getting messy. And there's everything in the bowl. We're just going to give that a mix with our hands. And get everything mixed all together. And there it is, all mixed together. You can see everything's well incorporated. It looks distributed well throughout. Are you familiar with the term blue plate special? Meatloaf was often served as a blue plate special with a couple of side items and went for an economical value. You know, the term blue plate special actually came from the Harvey House restaurants around the turn of the century. I don't know if you've ever seen the Judy Garland movie, Harvey Girls, but she worked in a Harvey House restaurant on the Atchison, Topeka, and the Santa Fe. Here we have the pan for our meatloaf. We're just going to spray it with some non-stick cooking spray. Gather up your loaf mixture, big ball, just place it in your pan. Got a little bit left there, get it all out. Every bit of goodness. Now just form it into a loaf shape, little oval oblong. I try to get it the same thickness and width. Taper the ends a little bit, but helps it to cook if it's a uniform shape. That looks good. There you go, sounds good. Just pour in your water right before it goes in the oven. And there it goes. That water in the bottom of the pan helps to keep your meatloaf moist, and it also helps with cleanup afterwards. Now let's get saucy. In a saucepan, you're just going to add your oil. Oil's nice and hot, so we're going to add that onion and the bell pepper. Give that a nice stir, saute that a couple minutes. All right, now add in your tomato paste. You want to cook the tomato paste with the peppers and the onions for 2 or 3 minutes. Browning that paste gives a great depth of flavor that's really going to make your sauce pop. The pepper. Keeping this keto, so I'm just adding a little bit of no sugar sweetener. That's how this looks at this point. Now add in your broth. Now let's whisk this all together. Whisk until you've got a smooth sauce. Now my secret ingredient, a couple of splashes of Worcestershire. We're just going to wait for it to come to a boil. Let's come to a slow boil. We're going to put the lid on and reduce it to low. I hope I'm not too late for the episode. I said help with the meatloaf episode, not the meathead episode. My bad, bruh. 10 minutes before it's done, take it out of the oven and we're gonna spoon the sauce over. I put about just enough to cover it. You won't use it all. Just make sure it's nice and coated there. Put it back in for 10 more minutes. And here it is out of the oven. Let's place it on our platter. Ladle on some more sauce. That sure was fun, wasn't it? Making this delicious meatloaf. I plan on serving this up with some mashed potatoes and green beans for a meal fit for a king. I hope you'll make it at home. The recipe is located right underneath the video in the drop-down box. Do me a favor and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you'd be so kind, give me a like on Instagram and Facebook at Garrett's Food. Thanks so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye. I gotta give it a little sample right now. Just a dab more sauce.